How reliable is a used Skoda Superb B5, and what are the main problems? The main thing to say right away is that these cars are well known at the service station. All the pros and cons are known, both to the owners, and to the mechanics at the service station. The first generation Skoda Superb was often bought by organizations and enterprises as a company car to transport some official or boss. Not least due to the fact that the rear row of seats offered the most space in the class. In addition, the price of the car pleasantly pleased the budget when buying. But how reliable is the Skoda Superb, and how often did you have to visit a service station unscheduled? The Skoda Superb is well protected against rust disease. All panels are galvanized, and the paintwork is of pretty good quality. True, quite a few cars have already been in light accidents during their career, so corrosion can be seen on some body panels, sills, rear wheel arches and trunk lid. Salon equipment also does not cause any special problems. True, there are some comments. The stove, interior fan often makes noise and gives up quite early, and the gear knob coating is quickly wiped off. Also, due to water ingress, the power window control unit on the front door often needs to be replaced. And indeed, the power window mechanism on the Skoda Superb 1 is not the most reliable. The 1.8D engine got the first place in popularity. This motor with a very good motor resource up to 500 to 600,000 km. The turbine is one of the weak points of the motor. But there is good news, a new turbine is not in short supply, and you can easily buy a non-original spare part of quite good quality, saving a considerable amount of money. The turbine resource on the Skoda Superb in a 1.8-liter engine is about 150,000 km. Then either repair or replace. It is also worth noting the problems with the timing chain and the phase regulator. On long runs, you also have to change two camshafts due to wear of the sprocket gears, which is quite expensive. But again, there are analogs to the original, so you can save a little. In addition to the 1.8D engine, under the hood of the Skoda Superb, you can also find diesel units 1.9 and 2.5, and a 6-cylinder gasoline engine with a volume of 2.8 liters. These engines were less popular in Ukraine, but in Europe it was just the opposite. Diesel engines were in use. It is worth noting that all motors are rather inconvenient to maintain, especially when it comes to replacing the timing kit. Sometimes you have to disassemble the floor of the front end for this procedure, which increases the cost of replacement. In diesel units, there are often problems with pump injectors that have to be changed, and the cost of the spare part is not small, $600. Most often, the problem occurs due to problematic high-pressure pumps of the high-pressure fuel pump, which kill the injectors. And all the fault is low-quality diesel fuel. 5- and 6-speed manual gearboxes are practically eternal. In addition, they still have excellent shifting clarity. Automatic boxes are less strong, their resource is up to 300,000. True, in general, the machine fails active drivers and those who like to skid. The main condition for extending the life of the box is to update the oil on time. Volkswagen engineers have spared no time in creating the suspension of the Skoda Superb. The result is excellent handling and thoroughbred smoothness. But they achieve this result by complicating the design. The front suspension has 4 aluminum arms, with a resource of up to 60,000 km on our roads. It is better to change them all at once in bulk. Again, you can immediately buy a kit with rods and stabilizer struts. It's cheaper and more reliable. The rear suspension, thanks to its simple design, breaks down much less frequently. In a semi-independent beam, you only need to update the silent blocks every 150 to 200,000 km. By this run, the suspension shock absorbers will also need to be replaced. Previously, they could only bring the rear bumpers. Should I buy the first generation Skoda Superb? If you're looking for something bigger than the Octavia and more upmarket, then the Superb will do. The main advantage of the car is that there are a lot of spare parts for it, both original and analogs. Therefore, this sedan will not be burdensome to maintain and repair, with the exception of some work. One has only to carefully consider the choice of a suitable copy, since the runs of many Skoda Superb have long crept up or stepped over the average motor resource.